If you've ever loved a dog, you know a simple, devastating truth. They carve out a space in your heart and your home that is uniquely, irreplaceably theirs. Yesterday, on Live with Kelly and Mark, the show didn't open with its usual buoyant energy and playful banter. Instead, it began with a quiet, palpable grief that every pet owner will recognize in an instant. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos were navigating one of life's hardest moments in real time, sharing the heartbreaking news that they had to say goodbye to their cherished dog, Chewy. The air was heavy with emotion as Mark, his voice soft with care, began to explain their absence. For weeks, their eldest dog had been fading. She was eating less, battling neurological issues that clouded her world, and fighting severe dehydration. It was a parent's vigil, the kind where you watch and hope and pray for a miracle, all while knowing in your heart what the most loving and most difficult decision might be. It's one of the hardest things we've ever had to face as a married couple, Mark admitted, his words striking a chord with anyone who has ever considered a pet part of the family. In that confession was a universe of shared history, the late-night worries, the whispered conversations, the united front in the face of a beloved companion's suffering. He was quick to point out how lucky they've been, that they haven't endured many losses like this. But that luck only makes the first deep cut of grief feel so much sharper. She was such a beautiful part of our lives, he said, and you could feel the truth of it in the room. Then came a moment of beautiful, bittersweet serendipity. Mark connected Chewy's entire story back to the very show they were sitting on. Without this show, we never would have met Shy, who brought Chewy into our family. It's a poignant full-circle moment. This program, a daily fixture in so many of our lives, was the unexpected thread that led them to the scruffy, shy little soul who would become part of their family's foundation. And what a foundation it was! Chewy wasn't just a pet, she was a living, breathing chronicle of the Consuelos family story. She grew up alongside their children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin. She was there for the chaotic, beautiful mornings of school runs and the quiet of empty nest evenings. She witnessed the entire arc of a family's life, a constant furry touchstone through every change and milestone. Mark, offering a tender update, spoke directly to the heart of the matter, a knowing look in his eyes for every viewer who has ever held a leash in one hand and a broken heart in the other. She'd had a tough few days, he said quietly, the understatement speaking volumes. Letting her go was the right and loving thing to do. It's the ultimate act of love for a creature who gives you nothing but loyalty to shoulder their pain so they can finally be at peace. As Mark spoke, Kelly sat beside him, the usually effervescent host visibly wrestling with her sorrow. The tears welled up, and in a gesture that spoke of decades of partnership, Mark gently stepped in. "I'll take on the heavy lifting today," he assured her, his voice a soft anchor in her storm of grief. "I know how hard this is." It was a moment of profound marital tenderness, a reminder that the strongest bonds are forged in these quiet, supportive exchanges during life's toughest moments. Kelly, her voice thick with emotion, confessed, "I really thought I had it together, but this isn't how I imagined the morning would go." Haven't we all been there? Grief has a way of ambushing you, of showing up right when you've convinced yourself you can be strong. "We loved that dog so much," she said, and the simplicity of that statement held an ocean of feeling. Then she painted a picture of Chewy that will feel achingly familiar to so many. This wasn't just a famous family's dog. Chewy was a neighborhood character. The news of her passing had traveled fast, a testament to the small, quiet impact she had on her little corner of the world. "Chewy was like everyone's dog," she shared, smiling through her tears. "Even our mail carrier stopped by to say goodbye." She was shy, Kelly recalled. She didn't love the fuss and cuddles that some dogs crave, but she had her own rituals of love. Mark would always, without fail, wipe her little face after she ate. It's in these tiny, mundane routines that love truly lives, and their absence after a loss echoes the loudest. Then Kelly shared a memory so intimate, so raw, and so perfectly human that it undoubtedly brought tears to the eyes of everyone watching. She described her last night with Chewy. She must have kissed her 1,000 times, she said. She never liked that, but I did it anyway. In that admission is the entire, messy, beautiful truth of loving a creature with your whole heart. You love them in your way, even if it's slightly annoying to them, because you simply cannot contain the force of that affection. With a wistful smile, she imagined Chewy in dog heaven, rolling her eyes at the onslaught of maternal kisses. But I wouldn't trade that moment for anything, Kelly affirmed. No, you wouldn't. You trade the eventual searing pain for the years of unwavering companionship, for the privilege of being their person. Mark looked at her, his own love and admiration shining through the sadness. "You're such a good dog mom," he said. It's the ultimate title, isn't it? Dog mom. It carries the weight of 1,000 vet visits, 1,000,000 scoops of food, and countless moments of quiet companionship. Kelly nodded, still teary-eyed, but finding a thread of strength. "I'll get through this," she said. "We'll get through it together." And they will. Because the love of a good dog never really leaves you. It becomes part of your story, a paw print permanently pressed upon your soul. For Kelly, Mark, and their family, the house may feel a little quieter, a certain spot on the couch a little emptier. But the love they shared with their funny, sweet, and unique little soul named Chewy, that is a thing that lasts forever. Our hearts are with them.